will stop delivering babies.
Shalom Akim, Yahweh Shem Shai Barakatah, Ba'ashem Rokah Kadesh. Double honors and salutations to the elders and apostles, Grimstone, Ruel, to the Akim and Falcons of Earth. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Yep, so, you see the title on the screen, man. This medical staffs, man, these different hospitals, yeah, they're tired of these so-called mandates. And they're quitting in droves, man. And the news media is trying to portray a positive image, trying to portray a false narrative, and it's getting ugly, So eventually, all hell will break loose, and man, the Lord Hamashach Yahushua will have to work a miracle in these days. So, for those that are with children, the Lord be with you. Just gotta have faith. And the Lord Hamashach Yahushua is on his way. So let me just go ahead and play this clip real quick, man, and get some scriptures, man. Yeah, because the bitterness of the gospel, it's about to be real. It's about to be real and heavy upon the face of the earth.
In its maternity unit next week after too many workers resigned over vaccine mandates. Officials at Lewis County General Hospital in Lowville say they can't safely staff the unit and won't deliver babies in that department after September 24th. The county health system CEO says 6 employees in the maternity unit resigned rather than get a COVID shot, and another 7 are undecided.
If we can pause the service and now focus on recruiting nurses who are vaccinated, we will be able to re-engage in delivering babies.
Yeah, so they see it as a business, the business of controlling people. That's why folks are quitting, man. They're tired of the interference of all the bureaucrats that sold out, interfering with these so-called medical professionals. All right. So it's gonna get ugly. All right. So quick precept from the book of Jeremiah. Jeremiah chapter 16. All right. Verse 1. The word of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Shai, Bashem Kakadash, came also unto me, saying, Thou shalt not take thee a wife, neither shalt thou have sons or daughters in this place. All right? Because what? We're in our captivity. It's going to be a burden, to hold it together. We're in Babylon, the land of bitterness. All right? And then verse 3 says, For thus said the Lord concerning the sons and daughters, what? Concerning the sons and the daughters that are born in this place, right? Concerning the sons and concerning the daughters that are born in this place, and concerning their mothers that bear them, and concerning their fathers that begat them in this land. So, the fathers, the mothers, the sons, and the daughters. Wow. Yep, that's a whole family right there, man, the family structure. All right. Verse 4 says, They shall die grievous deaths. And that's the time that we're coming into. It's going to be really, really heavy. It's going to be disastrous during the time of Jacob's trouble. Right? It says, They shall die of grievous deaths. They shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth, and they shall be consumed by the sword and by famine, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beasts of the earth. Yeah, so if the maternity word is going to shut down, you can imagine what else is going to be shutting down very soon. All right, So when these schools don't have enough students coming in, they gotta shut it down. When parents don't want to go along with the agenda anymore, they become enemies of the government. And the government gets angry and goes after them, and then it becomes violent, and then the children get caught up in the crossfire. The children get caught up, in the jab mandates and all that stuff. So it's just one big old race to the grave, all right? That's why the Lord is encouraging his servants, the prophets, to walk that straight path, man. This is not a rest, this is not a place to build up a family, and call it a place of comfort, all right? So another precept will be from the book of Lamentation, chapter 4, verse 4. It says, the tongue of the sucking child cleaveth to the roof of his mouth for thirst. The young children ask for bread, and no man breaketh it unto them. So that's a time of famine that we're looking, to see in Babylon. These elites are going to block off the supply of nourishments. So you can imagine what's going to happen to a lot of children. They're going to die of famine. Grandma's going to die of famine. Grandpa's going to die of famine. All these folks that are depending on all these medical procedures to stay alive, especially those on dialysis and all that stuff, how are they going to stay alive? But there is no dialysis center open because the staff all they quit. They don't want to take the jab. Folks can't get to work. There's a shortage of fuel in the city, in the country part, in the countries. So what do you think? More people just gonna die of heart attacks, man. Broken-heartedness is gonna be sad. So that's what the men of the Lord are looking forward to. All right.
He's here in Lewis County.
CARE says 27% of the hospital's workers are still unvaccinated. All healthcare state are required to get their first shot by September 27th or face termination.
Yeah, so a lot of people are not waiting around, man. They just calling it quits. And that's what happens, man, when people value their integrity over a piece of paycheck and all that stuff. To hell with it, that's what happens. There's a limit to one's, oppression. All right, there's a limit, So when they see the line being crossed, they just say, you know what, enough is enough, and they move on. And hey, it's gonna be beautiful, man, when the Lord boosts up the faith of his elect to be able to stand in these last days, because trials and tribulations are gonna be real. Some are gonna happen before others, but nonetheless, you have to make your calling and election sure. So the book of Matthew chapter 24, verse 19, it reads that, and woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. Yep. So it's going to be crazy, man, to see people losing hope, losing faith, because they chose not to hearken unto the word of the Lord. All right, being spoken on the highways and byways. The lessons brothers have been putting out there to edify our people to get right with the Lord. It's only going to fall upon the minds of those that really need this information. All right, every other person, 2/3 just gotta go. So that's what it is, man. Bitter times for those with children. So Abaratazar, brothers be edified as per the bitter times. Yeah, man, that we're coming into. All right, Shalom.